Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle. If we haven't met already, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. So if you haven't already, would you consider subscribing by clicking the button that you'll find below this video? And if you're getting any kind of value out of it at any point, don't forget to click the like button. It really does help out the channel as we try to grow and help you take another step in your faith journey. So several years ago, I got into what's called everyday carry, and it's lovingly referred to in the community as EDC. These are just the things that you carry with you every day. It might be your keys, it might be a phone or a wallet, it might even be the bag that you carry. But it's all about coming up with the items that are going to add value to your life. Having a certain kind of wallet might take up less space in your pocket, or having a phone case where you can even put your cards in there makes it so you only have to carry one thing instead of two. Maybe you have a little key tool that you always carry around with you that's got a bottle opener and a screwdriver and things like that help you perform daily tasks without having to carry a big toolbox or something like that. And I started to think a little bit, and I wanted to find a way to bring the EDC community and the faith community together. Because what I'm passionate about and what I've committed my life to in working as a minister is helping people grow in their faith. So the question that naturally came up for me was, are there things that we could carry every day, EDC kinds of items, that could help you grow in your faith, that could help you take that next step in your faith journey? So I came up with my own list, the top 3 EDC items for growing in your faith. Some of these are going to be like, oh yeah, I'll carry that every day. And some of them you may have to add into your daily routine. So the first item on our list seems like a given when you're talking about growing in your faith, but we're talking about having a good Bible. Now, when we're talking about having a good Bible, I mean one that you will actually want to read. Tim Wildsmith, who has a channel called Bible Review Blog, I'll link it in the description below, talks a lot about how his passion is helping people find the Bible that's right for them. And he talks all the time about how when you have a Bible that you enjoy coming back to, a Bible that you enjoy the way it feels in your hand, the typeface looks exactly the way that you want it to, it's a font that you can actually read, you're going to read it more. So what happens when you graduate from high school, or maybe you get a Bible gifted to you by a family member? It might not be the translation that you want. The font size may be way too small. Maybe it's not the color that you like. Maybe it's too big and bulky for you to carry every day. But the key is to find a Bible that you'll actually want to come back to over and over again. So when we're talking about an EDC Bible, this may be a smaller Bible. One of my favorites for a smaller, compact EDC Bible would be the Cambridge Pit Minion. I'll put another link to that one in the description below. It's really small. It fits into the palm of your hand. You can slide it into any bag, and it's a great way for you to engage with Scripture anywhere that you go. But for me, I love a Bible that has a goatskin cover, something that's nice and soft because it feels good in my hand. This one that I have is actually one that I got for graduation when I graduated from seminary. My mom gave it to me. It is the Zondervan New Revised Standard Premier Collection. My friend Chad Brooks actually did an entire review of this Bible. He's using it as his preaching Bible on his own channel that I'll link in the description below. But the key here is finding a Bible that you'll want to come back to, a Bible that you will want to carry every day. So that's your first item on this EDC list, a good Bible. So with our second item on our faith-building EDC list, we're going to continue the theme of reading. Now, some of you are already like, I don't want to read anymore, but maybe the reason that you don't want to read is because it's too cumbersome for you to carry a book around with you. You don't remember to bring it. So the second item on our faith-building EDC list is a Kindle reader. Now, I don't have mine with me, but I have my iPad mini. They're very similarly sized, and here's why we're going to include this on our list. You can put so many books on a tablet like this, on a Kindle like this. You can take it anywhere with you. Sometimes you can even slide it into your jacket pocket, into the bag that you're carrying, and anywhere you go, you have an unlimited amount of resources that you can come back to and read. Maybe you are carrying your everyday Bible and you come to a passage that you don't understand. Well, maybe you have a commentary, maybe you have a book on your tablet, on your Kindle that you could take another step and figure more out about that passage. Or maybe you just want to read a good fiction book. Maybe you're a C.S. Lewis fan like I am, and you want to come back to the Chronicles of Narnia over and over again, even though it's a book written for kids. But regardless of what you want to read, books will expand your thinking. Books will help you take another step in life. They'll expand the way that you see the world. So something like having an iPad mini or a Kindle or some other kind of reading tablet can be incredibly beneficial to take a library with you everywhere you go. So for the final item on our list today, we're going to take a slight shift, but it's also pretty related to the first two items that we talked about. So we've talked about reading, but now we're going to move into the writing phase. Because imagine with me you're reading in your everyday Bible, or you're reading a book on your Kindle or your tablet, or you are having a conversation with someone and they say something profound over lunch. This is where something like a field notes notebook can come really in handy. It doesn't have to be a field notes. I just really love these because they're really inexpensive. You can get a pack of 3 of them for like $10. There are all kinds of designs. There are all kinds of colors. This one even is more of like an outdoor material so that water will just run off of the pages. There are all kinds of options for you, and you can just slide it into your back pocket with a small pen, and then at any point in time you can write down the conversation that you had. Maybe you can take a note about something that you were grateful for in that day, or you can write down something that you read for that moment. Now, maybe you're not a pen and paper kind of person, and this is where something like your phone could be really beneficial. There are all kinds of apps, even just one built into your phone, the Apple Notes app, where you can write down things. You can take notes about your day. But the point is getting things outside of your mind, outside of your brain, and onto paper, because you're more likely to remember them there. Have you ever been in the shower and you had a really good idea, but by the time you got out, suddenly you couldn't remember what you'd been thinking about? Well, this is where something like a field notes or something like your phone could really come in handy, because then you can get your ideas onto paper and come back to them and revisit them later. So this has been our top 3 EDC items for growing in your faith. And I'd love to hear from you. What kind of stuff do you carry with you every day? Do you have a pocket knife or something that you carry? Are you taking a Bible with you everywhere you go? Or are you the kind of person that just brings everything with you no matter where you are because you always want to be prepared? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Send us a message, and don't forget, if you haven't already and you got any kind of value out of this video, would you consider clicking the thumbs up button below to like this video? It really does help us as we're growing this channel to reach more people with the good news of Jesus. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an amazing day. Grace and peace, my friends. I'll see you in the next one.